Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Well, if your name is Meek Mills, you have triggered everybody saying that there's a silent war going on against Jay-Z and Beyonce, y'all. We need to talk about this. We also need to talk about the way Jason Lee is playing a role into that. On top of that, we got to talk about how come nobody's talking about the elephant in the room. Why is no one that is like this with Diddy coming out, speaking out, or denouncing him? And baby, how is it a silent war when everybody is up front seeing what's happening? Y'all, we got to get into this because you cannot make this up. Okay, so what am I talking about, right? Meek Mills posted that interview with that woman talking about some people were in suitcases and dumped in the alley, right? Pierce Morgan went and said, I apologize for what I've ever done. I do not know what it is. Apparently, Pierce's team went crazy, scouring the internet to get whatever they could pull down. However, TikTok lives forever. Along that time, Meek Mills actually posted, right? Meek Mills actually posted on his Instagram, um, uh, F is going on, a silent war. And I said, Meek Mills truly is rap's village idiot. He is one of the most talented rappers out there. But baby, every time he speaks, I just reminded of that picture of the Rock Nation brunch where everybody just looking at him, puzzled, shocked, sad, confused, disappointed. Do you know how dumb what you're saying has to be for 21 Savage to look at you in disappointment? Anyway, right? But it had me do a little digging into what actually is going on. If you guys don't know, he tweeted a few other things that were super, super questionable. Again, I think what he was trying to imply is that there is a silent war going on against Jay Z in whatever. Listen, outside of fantastical things, the fact of the matter is, one of your best friends who you did a lot of business with and you were featured with numerous times acting like y'all were boo coo buddies. Now, it could have been for marketing. It could have been because, it was a nice look. It could have been because you were doing like, that black money back wealth, two billionaires. It could have been a lot of things. But the point of the matter is, it is really suspicious that Jay-Z has not in any way spoken out with Diddy either in support or being quiet. And it is really weird that somebody that you have been partying with for and doing business with for over 20 years, birthday parties, Rock Nation brunches, all this stuff, you all of a sudden don't know what to do. And you got Stevie Wonder eyes. Again, it could be nothing, but we got the Harvey Weinstein. We have the Jeffrey Epstein. We have the R. Kelly, right? There's a lot of connotations. Now that said, Oprah has Harvey Weinstein. Oprah has Jeffrey Epstein. Oprah has, well, I don't think she got R. Kelly, but you get what I'm saying, okay? So again, I think they're fair questions, but they're questions that nobody wants asked. But you know what? Everything, all truth comes out eventually, so we don't got to worry about that happening. However, when we talk about that, Meek Mills wasn't done. He said, I'm like, who decides war? It's not a silent war, Meek, if we all know what's going on. I'm the one they call to get everybody out. He said, my Jewish homie think I'm a little off. Meek, a lot of people think you're a little off, but you talented, right? Because I told him I think I'ma stay. Then I asked, I would you leaving if you seen your people bleed anyway. He said he needs blinks. He said once you get some power, do whatever that you feel like. Once they done with you, they scream, hang that ninja. Again, Meek, you ain't beating these charges. We don't know if they're true, but why? He said, once you get some power, do whatever you feel like. No, that's not the way power works. Once they done with you, they scream, hang that ninja. Again, let's get back to this silent war. Who's the silent war against? Drake, cool with Diddy, siding with Dame Dash, that whole Rock Nation, are all we're talking about the silent war where the pieces are being moved around so people can quietly exit stage left out of the Diddy drama without any harm to their reputation. Now, never one to not capitalize on something. Jason Lee entered the chat and implied that he got something on Jay-Z and Beyonce. But the thing is, actually, let's listen to this and then you can decide. Hold on.
And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaires lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're going to keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
Again, let me just say this. And it doesn't mean that they was literally on Epstein Island partying together. But I do want to say that Diddy must have been a major investor in Made in America and Rock Nation Brunch. Because to me, I don't think it's a coincidence that when all that stuff was going down, Jay-Z just decided to cancel those two big events and Made in America. But hey, like Diddy says in this video, the man that nobody can speak about being with them, united you stand, right? Anyway, let's get into what Jason Lee talking about because you know Jason Lee, he always gonna be. Listen to this mess. Hold on.
I'm getting calls, and I haven't even said anything.
He's implying that Jay-Z's people are calling him, trying to keep him quiet. I don't know. Does he got Jaguar or the leash? What is the connection? Because I don't say what's the connection between Jaguar Wright and Jason Lee and Jay-Z and Beyonce. But let's keep going.
They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party.
To accept being honored.
They haven't called me when we offered to honor Jay-Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the Renaissance. In fact, when the video circulated, making it look like I've been chasing her around like a super fan, which I am a super fan, but I chase nobody.
I would like to put a footnote under that. You chased no one. I do remember Jason Lee with a one Miss Tiffany Haddish chasing Oprah and Tiffany screaming like a crazy woman or in her own voice at Oprah and Oprah looking like she was running for the hills. So I just want to put a little footnote. You chased no one. I don't know if you chased Beyonce, but you definitely chased Oprah with Tiffany screaming like a maniac.
Nobody's called me to clear that up. I haven't gotten a delivery of white flowers with a little card.
Why would anybody call them to clear up? Was it her fault that Beyonce looked like she was about to walk into a wall before she went to speak to Jason Lee? But let's get to the point. Sorry, I'll stop with my ad libs.
Beyonce, why is everybody calling me now?
Oh, and you also stopped.
Don't we not going to even go there? I stopped a major thing for Beyonce. Didn't even get a thank you.
And so why'd you stop it? Let it out. I don't understand. If you have information that could harm them, unless the information isn't that they didn't do anything. I mean, that's the thing. There is always the chance that like Jay-Z and Diddy really were just business associates and they were never involved in the after parties and stuff. I will say maybe, but also there are so many pictures of Jay-Z and Diddy partying together. At one point I was looking and I was like, does Jay-Z even got this many pictures with Beyonce? I'm just saying, I think they are business partners.
So why is it?
But if you got something and it's serious, then you should let the feds know. And if it's not serious, then that's just personal beef, right?
Everybody calling me now because I'm a firefighter. Because I run towards fires and I put them out or I fan the flames.
I will say that Jason Lee is a firefighter. He puts them out or fans the flames. Sometimes he throws oil on them. But you know what? Let me shut up and keep going.
Why is everybody calling me now? And that's the problem that I have with this whole situation. But I am going to save this conversation for Jay-Z. Jay-Z, you're watching. I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You know you got people calling me. Call me yourself, because this right here is going to go viral. The way my job works on the internet, everybody's going to be clipping, sharing on TikTok. Watch this. Do your thing, TikTok. Jason,
Did this go viral? Did TikTok, did you do your thing?
Beyonce is going to see this. I am exhausted with people calling me about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You've never called for anything else, and I haven't even said anything about you yet. And yet I'm getting all these calls. I've gotten more calls over the weekend about Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think this is an opportunity to have a bridge and have a conversation about how this thing works, because I'm not a publicist. I am not I'm just Jason, okay? And I have opinions about unlocking Hollywood. Remember, I said at the top of this show, or somewhere in the show, that I was in love with the entertainment industry until I found out it was Jeffrey Dahmer. This is part of the gnawing at the wrist that the industry does. Black excellence, we don't show up for each other like we should. And then when the shit's about to hit the fan or some shit, you think I'm going to go fan some shit. Now you're showing up. Again, I'm not angry.
But are they showing up? Because he's saying that they still are not talking to him or returning his calls. Are they showing up? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like he said he stopped something major for Beyonce. I do remember when he threatened Beyonce to come on his show and said that if not, he was going to release information. And then he dared Kelly Rowland not to come on his show, and she didn't, and nothing happened. So you did something after that. And correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying that you're getting these calls and they want you to be quiet, but you haven't said anything yet. And Jay-Z's watching this. What is going on? Maybe, again, is this the silent war that Meek Mill spoke of?
Pointed, because as much as I've loved this woman for years, I told you I don't like her as much as I used to. I still love her, but I'm not as super fan like I used to be. You know how much I was this woman, this is everything.
The thing is, should Jay-Z just, Jason, stick to Jay-Z? Because I don't think, first of all, nobody wants to see Beyonce go down. She has a fan base like crazy, but more importantly, like, the connection to her and Diddy is tenuous at best. Now, Jay-Z in them pictures, I don't know. I kind of feel like no matter what you say, the feds have probably talked to Jay-Z. Now, again, will he be a co-conspirator? Will he be indicted? Is he tied to anything beyond business? Time will tell. I've always said I think there is a money connection, not a freaky connection. But at the end of the day, the one thing everybody will say is Beyonce don't got nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is weird. And now you're coming at Jay-Z because, well, hold on. I'm confused. Let's keep going.
And
this might have actually went viral, like Jason said. I don't know. I wasn't on TikTok for the last 10 days.
Together is everything. But is it? I think this is an opportunity to have a conversation, because I believe that we as a culture should be very supportive of each other before this stuff happens, so that way our proximity to it can help us tell the real story. That's why we got to be working together to tell our stories. But I will tell you, to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him. And listen, I haven't had any threatening calls. Nobody has said that they're going to hurt me, so I want to go on record for that.
Okay. So he been getting calls from people, I would assume back in the day, that are not Foxy Brown and aren't free and aren't this. Listen, I have no idea what Jason Lee is talking about, but you think Jay-Z is playing ball with them? You think they threw him a couple dollars to shut up? I'll tell you one thing. If we see Jay-Z hosting the next Impact Awards, right? If we see Jay-Z hosting the next Impact Awards, baby, you already know what it is, was, and what it will be. Anyway, y'all, at the end of the day, we're going to have to wait to see what these federal indictment papers come up with. I will say, though, as much as they've been strong arming, and it's not even them, anybody that shows up in those Diddy papers, baby, they are done. They are done. So we'll see who's cooperating, who's not. I know if I see Jay-Z take the stand for the prosecution, talking about some, ha ha, your boy is back. We already know what it is. And if we see Jason Lee driving the new Bentley, or Jay-Z hosting those Impact Awards, you know what it is. And if Jason Lee gonna get Beyonce to acknowledge his existence by hook or by crook. Let's see what happens. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.